far, we reviewed the four major directions in probiotic mode of action in poultry, namely support of the intestinal barrier function, direct effect on pathogens, direct beneficial effect over the host, and stimulation of other bacterial microflora by cross-feeding or quorum sensing. Let's have a look now at some common questions when it comes to probiotics application. Is there an ideal strain? Is there at least an ideal microflora pattern? Unfortunately, the answer is no. We know that microflora population is quite different in different segments of the gastrointestinal tract. We also know that microbial population in the intestinal tract changes over time while birds are growing. This is especially obvious in the first 4, 5 to 6 weeks of the bird's life. Besides, we know that the microflora pattern strongly depends on the dietary and environmental factors. Birds grown on high fiber versus low fiber diets have quite different microflora patterns. Same when we compare birds in different production systems, conventional, antibiotic-free or no antibiotic ever, free range, etc. We also know that it is not that important what species or even genera will be present in the gastrointestinal tract, but what they do, what metabolites they produce, and how they influence the host and the intestinal ecosystem. In this respect, it is important to know that quite different strains might have similar metabolic pathways and thus produce same metabolites, but also same strain under different conditions might produce quite different metabolites. In this respect, we need to say that what really matters is the diversity of the probiotic. We need strains that produce different metabolites and can thrive under different dietary and environmental conditions. So we need more strains to have more versatile products. Besides, we need strains that have a fair ability to colonize the intestinal tract and persist there as long as possible. Last but not least, having in mind that the added microbial cells with any probiotic are negligible number in comparison to the resident microflora, it becomes obvious why we see a clear linear dose-dependent effect of the commercial probiotics, or in other words, the higher the dose in CFUs per gram of feed, the better the effect of the probiotic. Last but not least, as we know that intestinal microflora changes rapidly over the first weeks of life before reaching more mature and stable profile, it makes it clear that we have highest effect of using probiotics in the first diet. Saying this, we know that microflora population, when exposed to different stress factors, diet change, pathogens, environmental stress, heat, cold, overcrowding, vaccination, or use of antibiotics, for example, suffers different perturbations. The use of probiotics in such stress periods might also be very beneficial for restoring the normal structure and function.